Hello, everyone, and welcome to Paula's Soapbox Live. I'm here with the creator and star of the hit web series Broken at Love, but she actually is here tonight because she has an announcement, something new in the works for her, and I have no idea what it is, which is weird because we talk almost every day, so that is how tight-lipped she has been about this. So I know it's been kind of difficult to keep the secret, so we won't keep you in suspense much longer. So
To be
please.
fair, I told you would you like to know, and you said you wanted to wait.
Yeah, to
So.
be fair, I did want to wait till the show. So
And to
yeah.
be fair, I did give you a casting scoop that you
Right.
have no idea what it's for, though.
Right. I have no idea what it's for, and I'm not even sure if I can say anything. So.
No, you can't say, 'cause I'm superstitious about casting.
Okay. So say.
I will
sure.
come on again for that. I was gonna
Okay,
say,
well-
look, I have nothing. I have nothing prepared for you. All
Right.
empty. Just
Well,
like
I have nothing prepared either. I have no questions. So who knows what's gonna happen?
Okay, so
Okay. Well, welcome to the show, Karolina
thank you.
Sivas.
We were already talking for like 20 minutes, so I'm ready.
Right.
I'm
right.
ready to go.
Like already in the middle of the interview and no one even knows. So.
We could have just kept going and then just not have been live. It would have
Right.
been,
Exactly. Well, before we get into your announcement, I want to clear some things up about Broken at Love for people that didn't know about it. You had you were going to do a third season, and you actually filmed some stuff for the third season, but then you decided, you just weren't feeling it. It was time to move on to something else. So
Correct.
you had all this footage from the third season, and you did release a mini episode.
It wasn't that much footage. We had about like 10 minutes worth,
10
I would
minutes.
say.
Are
yeah.
you going to release the rest of that footage, or?
You are dying for that footage.
I am. I have to see
Okay.
it. Even though I already know what happens, I have to see the footage.
Okay, so before we go into the footage, so yes, in the summer, I was intending to make season 3, and as you know, I gave you the episodes as a consolation prize because I felt so bad. I had written 7 episodes, and I gave them to you to read them.
Right.
And okay, so after that, I pretty much, I found it hard to like go through the footage. Like I was just like, I felt like I failed by not doing it, but I didn't want to do something that I wasn't 100% set on.
Right.
So I started writing other things, completely like put Broken out of my mind. And
Right.
I was working on a possible collaboration with a couple people in New York. I was working on a couple other, new tennis-themed shows and all of these things. And I was like, which idea do I love? And as much as it pains me to say, every story went back to, oh, this would be a great idea for Vivian. This would be a great idea for Vivian. And I kept saying to my mom, I kept saying, I'm not being Vivian again. I need to be someone else. I'm not being Vivian again. So, so the project I was working on for New York didn't quite work out as I wanted it to. So, but I really liked the idea of it, and kind of still working on that material. And what I came to the conclusion was that the best thing to do was to give you guys a season 3.
That is your announcement? You're actually doing a season 3?
We're doing it, but we're doing it different than what you read. So I've been rewriting. Yeah, we're doing it. So
I did not expect that.
Yeah, well, because I wasn't sure as of like 2 weeks ago. I had like all of these different ideas, and I really just thought, what emotionally would be the best story to tell you guys? Like, what is worth us going to set and making? Like, what is worth it? And I said, I don't think, completely fabricated stories are my thing and worth me telling. And so what you read, though, luckily for you, was an inside treat because that's not what it's going to be. Some of it might be, but I'm kind of redoing all of it. Yeah.
So that's why I know more mini episodes. That
too. And I think the new stuff is going to be a little different. So I don't want to confuse you guys. But if you want to see it, I did give an exclusive to Webby Guide on a scene, and then we put one of the minisodes up about the passing of the grandma character.
Right.
And and my family on the show and a lot of my cast members have been so like nice, and we've been in touch, and everyone's been missing me and missing like filming with me, and vice versa. And so I found myself writing them into the new projects anyway. Like I was like, what could I make Pam? What could I make my dad in this? What could I make? And so it was just like, in the end, I thought, you know what? I have an idea for a new take on the season, and it's one that I want to tell. And I will say it's one that's not heavily involving the Holden character, because my biggest thing with making the season 3 is I didn't want to keep talking about that. It's something that in my own real life is so far out of importance to me that I just felt, oh my gosh, it's going to like be beating a dead subject over and over to be like, oh my gosh, him. So I didn't want that. So I think I came up with a solution that would really be kind of showing her new relationships and her new experiences, and it's still kind of going to involve the whole idea of how you get over heartbreak. So when I realized that was going to be the concept of the season, or at least part of the season, I realized that it was going to be an emotional story and a good story, and one that is worth me going back on set and killing myself over. I thought this was, out of all the stuff that I'd come up with over the last like 6 months, I was like, this is the best story. And I'm really happy because casting last summer, oh my gosh, it made me think like how I even made a show, because it was so crazy. I've never dealt with so many like
so many ups and downs,
demanding like agents and like demanding actors, and suddenly actors were like, I'm sorry, I have to go out of town for a month. And I was like,
for a web series that they're not going to get paid for anyway.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. And I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't do it. Everything so far, knock on everything, everything so far has been going ridiculously smooth with that.
Wow.
And I have a great new love interest that I'm excited about, highly trained, and I'm really, I mean, it worked out too easy, so fingers crossed.
So you're not saying
anything about that. So I'm not revealing it until we're on set, because I revealed too much last time, and then it was like,
it didn't work out.
But I will send you a photo from set, and you can post it. So consider that your exclusive.
Right.
And let's see. So yeah, I mean, I think that, I mean, a lot of people I feel like missed the memo that I wasn't making a season 3 because they kept asking me. They're like, I can't wait for season 3. I can't wait for season 3.
That's why I brought it up. I just assumed that was all wrapped up in the bag, and
it was wrapped up in the bag for real. I honestly, I'm telling you, during the holidays, I think I was talking to you, telling you I was working on a project, and it had nothing to do with Broken. It had nothing to do with Vivi. It was a whole different character. It was something that I was going to go to New York to film. And it just, like, it was one of those things where I was like, it didn't work out the way I wanted, and I was like, okay, what should, like, I had other ideas. I could still make that. It was, like, all these different options, and I said, what is emotionally worth telling? And I think the biggest thing for me is I want people to like my stuff because of the honesty in it, the emotional quality of it, and it's going to still have all of that. It's still, like, loosely based on my life, like, you know.
I don't see how you can write without having something personal in it. I mean, you know, you have to care about it to be able to.
And I found that I kind of was writing that way anyway. I kind of was writing very, like, the stuff I was writing seemed to be things that could have easily went with Vivian. It was just, like, in a different context. Like, suddenly I was, like, writing about guy stuff that I was like, this is really, like, could really have been just Broken. But I felt like I was like writing Broken under a different name and a different style and a different format and a different character. And so
cast and
and all of my people that you're all gonna have to believe is somebody else.
Right.
So because it's hard, because you know you're an actor and you want to play different roles, but I'm also like treating my show as a TV show. And it is a TV show, and I love the aspect that the character can grow. And I think we left her crying, and I know that you were sad that was the end, and she was crying. So I don't really know if she's going to be crying this season, but she's not so far in the ones I've written. But
so how many episodes have you written so far?
There's right now there's like the first half is done. I'm trying, don't hold me to it, but I'm trying to give you guys more episodes that maybe are slightly shorter. So they're not going to be like 20 minutes this time, you know? Right. But because I want to enter into more festivals, and they really don't love you if you're over 10 minutes. So I'm thinking shorter, slightly, but more of them. So this way you kind of can keep the story going faster. I think every season has its own story, and then you have to address how you write it differently. Like last season, I feel like they were so long because you kind of had to be in agony with her. You kind of had to hear her vent for like 6 minutes because you wouldn't, I don't think, have felt as emotional at the end with her if I gave you a bunch of 5-minute.
Right. There would
so,
be a disconnect there, I think, and only releasing them once a week, then by the time that week is over, you would have forgotten what was.
So it was like I was drilling things in your head. That was like the goal in season 2. And season 1 was more of like a story of like how things were developing with their relationship. So I think season 3 has a different like tone to it in that way, like a different story that I'm telling. So so I mean you'll I think you will get not only a little bit more closure because after the finale it's not like the last of Holden. Like he is a guy, so that's just because he said don't contact me again, period. It's not the end.
Doesn't necessarily mean anything.
That's not the end, but you're gonna get to see a whole new set of relationships and things going on in her life. And I think I just didn't put all those pieces together in the summer that I needed to, and I think it took all the other project development things that I did in order to kind of make it all click. So I think that because of that, I have a winning formula. I think I got it, and I'm really excited. I mean, the only hard part is I have to like do all the pre-production. I can't be filming like right now, but it's soon, and I haven't like come up with too much definite, but I know I want to get fans more involved in the whole filming process. Having like things that you guys can buy. I know we talked about DVDs before, but also T-shirts, all that sort of stuff. I kind of want, now that we're like in full-fledged going to give you a season 3, I'm trying to give you guys, we're going to do the signed scripts. We'll do that, giveaways with your caption contest. Now you can keep going with those because I'll have new pictures for you.
Yeah, also.
You can use on-set pictures too if you want.
Yeah, that would be great. Well, I was running out of caption ideas. With 2 seasons, I was running out of options with the pictures. I know I had reused a couple of them and didn't even realize it. So we have that, and then I also just even more social media use. Like I posted something today. I mean, I thought the clothes today on my Instagram was going to be a giveaway because I mean, I literally that's my style. Right, that's your style, but I mean, it really wasn't, not to me anyway, it wasn't a giveaway because I just thought, well, maybe she's just, whatever new thing she's working on.
So we're going to do more things like that, more interactive things from behind the scenes. Wardrobe, I love clothes, and everyone comments so nicely about stuff that I've been wearing in Broken, and thanks to the downtime of creating other projects, I've gotten some cool new pieces that I think help Vivian's growth as a person because I like them. And so so we're gonna do like a bunch of like behind the scenes pictures, hopefully videos, just all that stuff, and make it a lot more of an interactive experience. And I hope it's gonna be worth extras to be worth the wait this time. And so we'll be filming in the spring, and for at least for the casting purposes, like the first half of the season is squared away. So in that regard, I don't have to worry about it. So
So you've got the first half of the season written already.
Well, I have some of the second half, but I'm kind of revising, so I haven't gone there yet. But I have the first half done. So
can you tell us where this story picks up? Has Vivi already graduated from college, or
she graduated from college in episode 12? Come on, Paula.
Yeah, she did. I remember now because the aunt wasn't going to show up.
The little picture with the.
This is what happens when I don't get a chance to prepare. Because her aunt wasn't going to show up. I remember that now. So I'm going to have to go rewatch the episodes now that there's a season 3.
This is all a ploy to get you guys to watch season 1 and 2 over again.
Right.
That's what it is.
Well, and it doesn't take long for those who haven't watched it. It really doesn't take long to catch up. It's not like catching up on a regular TV series.
That's 45 minutes an episode, like we talked about.
Right, like Scandal or something like that. Right.
No, those are pretty quick.
Right. Well, when you put out commercials.
Yeah.
When you put out commercials, so yeah. What can you tell us about can you tell us anything about what Vivi is going to be experiencing in season 3?
I'm doing a little bit of making of a show within a show. I can tell you that much because I think I said that to you before when we originally. I mean that whole concept still is
Right.
But I mean not so much. I mean I'm not gonna give you like secrets from like actual filming. Not really.
Well,
not really. But yeah, and we pick up pretty quickly after the finale. So the finale was the auditions. We pick up. I mean, you probably can't place it in time. I'd say a couple weeks later at most, maybe a month later. She's already well into working on the show.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so you'll see that whole journey of, like, trying to make the show, which for me in real life was such, like, an emotional point. And I thought that, you know, you literally get, like, such a terrible message sent to you, and then the next minute you're trying to make a show of it, and I think there's so much emotional possibilities there that is really interesting to explore, and yeah, and mainly, my family still I plan to have back, and the casting I'm hoping, I mean, I'm trying to keep things small, to really focus on relationships, but I'm trying to keep it small. So yeah, so hopefully some new faces too, and yeah, I mean, I think it's the right timing now, and I knew you'd be so happy. I'm so
excited. I'm so excited because I kept waiting for that extra footage that you had already shot, but now that I know that there's a full season coming, then
I'm serious. I mean, to be fair, I promise I really planned on not doing it.
Right.
That wasn't a ploy. I mean, from the time I said that in, I think, September, I really didn't even, I just put it away and did not even let my mind go there. Yeah. And then, but I think
we had other ideas.
Yeah, right. And so I think it's like one of those things that when it's so personal, it's like the show is my baby. Like, I am so protective of the show, and I realized I wasn't protective over any of the other ideas. I was like, I like them. I wouldn't, like, get mad at you at Twitter over it. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like I was like, this is the show I think everyone has been so supportive of, and everyone has been so kind to, and really it's the show everyone that I've has approached for casting has wanted to be on. So it's like I don't really have to make another show to get people. It's like this is the show that people are like trying to get onto.
Yeah.
And so that's a good feeling. And so I thought to myself, I was like, okay, since I have a good understanding now of what I really want to accomplish, which I did with season 1 and 2 so easily, and then I think 3 I thought I did. So you can forget everything you read.
Right.
I mean, some of the characters
I pretty
are
much
there.
Forgot everything that I watched, obviously. So
yeah, well, forget what you read because it's not the same.
I read too, so that shouldn't be hard.
Because it's not the same. Not really. Yeah, so, and I keep getting so many ideas now, and so I have probably like another month to finish all my scripts. And yeah, and I don't know, anything else you want to know?
Well, okay, you said that your family is coming back.
Yeah.
Your entire family.
I mean, they would be very upset if they weren't, as would I. Yeah.
Right. Well, I know that the actor that plays your father, what's his name? Ben Reed. Is that his name? Yeah. He was just in American Sniper, so I know that he. I cannot
wait to see that.
I haven't seen it yet either, but I hear it's great. But yeah, so he's going to be back on the show too.
Yes.
Yeah. That's pretty exciting because anyone who saw him in that movie, it might bring more viewers.
He's like so humble though, and I'm so happy about that. Like, I'm happy about it as if like I was in it because he was like messaging me from set, being like, I'm working with Clint Eastwood today, and I was like,
what?
Why are you acting like that's not a big deal?
Right.
So big deal. He's such a good actor, and he's really. They're all. I mean, I really like my family on the show.
You have a really good cast together. And
they're just so supportive.
Right.
The family aspects are just like they're like a family, and so I adore all of them. I adore the one who plays my aunt. I'm
Renee Thuran, so she's gonna be back too. I know she was looking forward to doing the show.
Oh, she was so happy.
Yeah.
I told all these people obviously first. It was like I was making those. I was like, okay, I'm going to do it, and then message everyone, and everyone was so excited. I was like, okay. Then I made the right choice. So.
Well, you totally took me by surprise because I was not expecting a third season of Broken at Love. I thought, well, she's probably, she's been writing a lot, and I thought maybe
that is true. I have
series.
Been too much.
Right, and I was like, there's no way. I mean, it didn't even cross my mind that there would be a third season of Broken at Love because I just thought you were just totally done with that. So.
And I like to believe I'm a decisive person, but I think that, like, there was just always something. We talk about it all the time. It's like timing.
Right.
I think, maybe I wouldn't have had the right actors if I had done it during the summer than I have now. Maybe everything wouldn't have been right, in how things were going. So I think that that's the biggest thing. And although I'm superstitious, I think my casting choice now is, like, so much better than what I had done before.
Yeah.
Because I went through so many actors. I won't even go into that. But I went into so many actors.
Well, I know you had a lot of trouble when you were trying to get it off the ground last year. And
like, it was, like, absurd trouble. Like, it was like, please don't make this right now kind of trouble. It didn't make any sense. It's like, I'm a seasoned pro at this web show and this show and working with people. It was like this. I was like, this is like telling me, please stop for a moment. So I'm
it may have taken that to kind of take a step back and then be able to write the way that this show, this season is meant to be written.
Right, that's how I think of it too. Plus, I'm so excited. Like, and I think that maybe I was just burned out last time or something.
Yeah.
I just think from all the, like, headaches, the weird, surprising headaches. But now I'm so excited, and it's like that excitement that I felt when I was going to first start the project. So that makes me, like, ready to go on set and, like, enjoy writing. And I'm like, this is, and I don't know, like, I guess
that's how you know you're doing something that you're meant to be doing. So
I'm excited, and I'm
excited. You know I'm excited.
And I felt like you guys are all going to be like, this new thing you have is great. What's Vivian doing?
Right.
So I feel like,
Well, I think the way that season 2 ended, I think everyone wants to know that Vivi is okay.
You guys ask so much from her.
Right. I know. We just want her to be okay.
You guys just want her to be in love. I know. I always, like, people are always so cute. They're always like, is this guy going to be the one? Is this guy going to be the one?
Right. Well, and so much
pressure on those guys.
Right, and so much of it depends on casting, so you got to find someone who's going to be there.
It really does. And it also depends on, like, I really love working with new people. It's just the whole finding out how your chemistry is with other people is so fun, especially, I think, with the Vivian character, because she is such, like, she started with such, like, naiveness that was fun to play, but I hope that there's going to be a new side to her, so she's not going to be, like, crying in a room or confused about everything. I want to hopefully project out a more take control kind of girl, and I think I really think that part of it is the most exciting about playing, is she's not going to be the little angel who's going to get stomped on.
Yeah.
So
you obviously want her to grow, and that moment that she had at the end of season 2, could have been a turning point for her.
Right, exactly.
So, well, I can't wait. So you start filming in the spring.
Yeah, I'm hoping March, but we'll see. Like, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully by the end of the spring. We plan on, a few of us do plan on going to the Indie Series Awards. Mm-hmm. Because I really liked that last year. It was so good, and it was so fun, and I got to see so many soap stars. And like you, I've been watching those since I was little. Since I was, like, preteen. And so it was really, really, to be mingling with them, and just, it was very inspiring. And so I wish I had stuff to submit to it, but I didn't have enough new episodes because I gave them all away last year. So I only had one. So so hopefully that'll be like maybe a first public outing of us as a group, or just a couple of us or something for the event. So I'm planning on that, which is like in April. And between that and filming and all the other stuff going on in life aside from it. But yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah. Well, it's good that you're this excited about it because, like I said, that's how you know that you're doing something right because you're this excited about it. So you wouldn't want to do it if you were just kind of going through the motions, and I think
Yeah.
that's kind of where you were at last year with it. So, it's like you said, you were probably burned out, which happens.
I think I wasn't burned out. I think everything that went wrong burned me out.
Burned you out. Well, it definitely could because you had a lot of hurdles trying to get the third season off the ground. That was ridiculous.
Crazy. It didn't make any sense. I tell people that, and they think that I'm like, no, it couldn't have been that way. I was like,
yeah, it was. From what you told me, it was. It absolutely was.
So I'm not going to make that mistake again. But, yeah, I don't know, because I think people just expect more because you're going into a third season. But all I can offer everyone is that, we're going to, like, be more active in events and everything else, because I think those are fun.
Yeah.
Despite, like, people's opinions on festivals, I think those are fun. I like celebrating the work, and I also like that I'm more excited about doing the work than anything else.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different elements. I just hope you guys find it all to be new and exciting too, because it's going to be the same essence of what you guys love about the show, but hopefully new and fun, and I hope dramatic enough, because I'm such a sucker for like it being just romantic. But I think if it's just romantic, that counts, right? Like, love drama is enough.
Right. It's all drama. It's still,
It's still drama, right? It's just, I don't know. I'm pretty excited about it. And I just actually I was writing actually, but then I had to stop for this. Had a new great episode idea that I was you wouldn't even see coming because it's not.
I hate that.
You.
Well, I hate that I interrupted your creative flow.
That's okay.
If I had known what it was, I would have said, let's just postpone the interview.
I'm not one of those people. I can stop and go. My phone has like a million notes on it. But and just if anyone's confused, I sent Paula, I think I said at the beginning, the entire season 3, 7 episodes that I had written, because I felt so bad as a consolation prize. It was like, at least you can see what happened.
Right, and then all of that is out the window now, so.
I mean, some of it isn't, but it's not the same.
Right.
Like, if you read it, that's not what you're going to watch.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go back and do the same thing.
Well, it's kind of funny that my first question, I was going to ease into your announcement about Broken at Love by talking about this extra footage, and then your announcement was Broken at Love Season 3, so.
I can't believe you were still worried about that extra footage. To be fair, that extra footage wouldn't upload for the life of me.
Right.
Again, random.
It wasn't meant to, you weren't meant to have that.
It wouldn't. I literally tried so hard, and it wouldn't save properly. It wouldn't upload. Right. The only thing that uploaded was the scene with my parents and my grandparents talking about Grandma Geraldine, who passed away in the show, and that's the only family member that you all know won't be back. But yeah. So based on real life, my actual grandma passed away last year. Yeah. So yeah. So. Where's my train of thought? Yeah, so I mean, I used all the footage that I think was necessary.
Yeah. And, well, it allowed you to address that part of the storyline.
Yeah, exactly. So we shot one episode. That's all it was, and it was an episode too heavily, I think, about Holden, and I think that was part of the reason I didn't want to release it. So, so you can get a taste of it if you want to see my Christmas greeting at Webby Guide's YouTube channel, then you can see the taste of like all of that. But consider that stuff irrelevant. Yeah. I mean, it could be part of this. It couldn't. It's a standalone, so it doesn't affect the story.
So, how many new cast members are you looking to add for this new season?
There's so far one main new love interest, and then there's some guest star spots. There's a couple. It kind of depends. I haven't really casted them yet, and it's one of those things. I mean, could be anyone. I don't have anything in mind. I don't have ethnicity, maybe a little bit age in mind, but I mean, everything's pretty open. So I don't know. I think when we get closer, I'm gonna try to make sure they're available on the dates we need them, and kind of cast them then. Not too many. I'm trying to avoid too many extra parts.
Yeah.
Just to make scheduling life easier. And I don't think it really aids the story. The story is really so much more confined into like personal relationships than I think the other seasons were a lot more about, especially season 2 was a lot more about like everyone around her that kind of guided her through it all. And I think she's a little more independent now. Doesn't really need 5 people with her at all times, kind of like feeding her, information or motivation or anything. So, not that many. But we'll see, if I find like an actor that inspires me or something. You never know. So, a few. I think the biggest thing will be the love interest characters. Because, I think in season 2 she really didn't have any. She had like one, but not really. That was a one-sided issue. So, so like real love interest characters I think will be fun for everybody who is sad that she is crying and alone.
Right.
and
anyone who saw that last episode of season 2,
that is like my favorite. I could like watch that episode over and over. That's like my favorite episode.
It's a really powerful episode, but no one wanted it to end there. Least of all me.
I love how like somebody commented on YouTube and said that about my character, said that I was unprofessional because I was crying in the audition. And that was the comment. I was like, and I seriously went back and I said, I don't think you understood what the episode was about.
Right.
That made me laugh so hard.
Rewatch that last episode,
That made me laugh so hard because, one, the episode has nothing to do with the auditions.
Right.
Or the matter of crying. I've never cried in someone's audition. But it's called dramatic effect, guys. Dramatic effect.
Yeah,
but, it's
exactly.
my favorite. It's my favorite moment from the series, I think.
Yeah, well, it's like I said, it was a very powerful moment in the series, and it was just that no one wanted to end there. So,
well, now it won't.
Now it won't. So, are you gonna wrap this season 3 like it is? Like you're gonna wrap things up?
I have no idea because I have not come up with a finale concept in my mind yet. Like what I thought was gonna be the finale, we had shot, remember? And
right.
And then the previous episode, which was an alternate to be a finale, I see happening a lot earlier. So I'm not sure. I haven't gotten that far yet, but I don't know. I like leaving cliffhangers, but I don't want it to be like she just like finds someone and gets married and this is the end of the story or something crazy like that. No, I don't want it to be that way. So I don't know. I haven't really. We'll see what strikes me. I don't really know. It's like there's so much power in getting to determine what you want to happen to the characters and to her. And so I'm trying to mix a little bit of like reality and my imagination and see where it gets me. So I don't know.
So how does your mom feel that you're doing a 3rd season?
She has been telling me to do it.
Yeah.
And I kept saying, no, I can't. I already said I wasn't going to. I can't. And then like I think it was really weird. Like this one day we both kind of came to the same conclusion and like texted each other practically like around the same time, like with the idea like I think the best option is doing season 3. Right when I was going to tell her like the same thing, and so I was like, okay, well, she like thinks it's like the right choice. She's like my backboard for any decision or information or anything. So so she was for it, which helped my decision. And again, I've written so many things, so many different like a different tennis show idea, a whole different concept of a show, like more of like I want to say thriller, but that's not the right word. I don't know, something a little more suspenseful. I had done all these different ideas, and I have all these different drafts hanging around, and I'm hoping to actually incorporate some of those things that I came up with into Broken to kind of give it a different feel to it than maybe what we've been doing before. But so I don't know. It somehow led back here. I just made a 360.
Right.
I just
Right.
went
Well,
back in time. We're back in June.
right.
Back when
Well,
I was telling you about it.
sometimes, I've interviewed several authors, and they'll do like a book series, and they
Hmm.
think that they're finished with that series, and then all of a sudden, it's like their character will pop up in their head and say, oh, do this, and then they'll end up writing another book about that same series.
Yeah,
So I think it's just
that's
part of the
similar.
creative process. So
That's similar, yeah.
yeah,
It's just when ideas came, I was like, okay. I didn't initially say we're gonna do a season 3 until I was able to finish the first 3 scripts, and then I was like, I like these.
yeah,
This is the direction, and then from there, I think that was when I knew for sure. And then obviously the casting,
yeah.
tested the waters and saw
Well,
what was out there.
it obviously helped you to take a step back from it,
Yeah,
creatively. I think that was probably just what you needed at the time.
and I missed it, which I
Yeah,
didn't think I was going to.
yeah,
But I miss. I mean, like I miss the just that like the whole process. Not having to worry about post production during Christmas was nice. I did still miss
right.
it. I still did miss like giving you guys episodes and hearing your thoughts and what you wanted for her and just all of that kind of stuff. And I
Mhm.
think the show is so personal to me, and I just love how everyone has been so supportive and really like invested in it. And I thought there's no better option than
Yeah,
giving
getting
you
to.
guys more.
Well, I love that you're planning on trying to do the merchandising thing this time around
Yes.
too, and
I don't know if I should sell it via Indiegogo and have you guys be literally a part of,
yeah,
the credits and all of those kind of gifts
extra
that you plan to
things.
give to, yeah, because,
Mhm.
any sort of additional help, like, making the show happen
Mhm.
and also promoting the show and supporting the show is obviously very, very helpful to keep us going and, not,
Right.
then I can maybe write an open-ended finale because we don't know. Maybe, who knows what will happen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I mean, I hope everyone will keep, follow our Twitter if you don't, which is @brokenatLove, and we're at facebook.com/@brokenatLove. And if
Yeah.
you want any updates on other stuff besides Broken at Love, I do have a fan Facebook, which is
Yeah.
just slash my name. I
Yeah.
don't have a real Facebook anymore because life is bliss without it.
Also, you just completely just did away with your
Which, may I
actual.
say, when I did that, that's where I came up with, like, when I really started writing, like, stuff that I love. I was like, oh, if you're a creative person, don't have Facebook.
Facebook.
But Facebook will be in the show still because I somehow suckered myself into writing about it.
Right.
And
You'll be back on Facebook at some point.
it's on the show. We're talking about it. And then, okay, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram @brokenatlovetheseries.com. I promise to put cool pictures of wardrobe and set stuff
Mhm.
and behind the scenes and locations
Right.
and all that stuff. I think I didn't even have an Instagram when we released or when we filmed season 2. I don't think I had an Instagram.
No, I don't. No, I don't think. I don't think you
So
did.
yeah, so we'll have that element. Twitter, Facebook,
And giveaways. So.
giveaways. Yeah, we'll partnered with you again, so
Yeah.
we'll give you pictures and captions and all of
Yeah.
that. So follow your Facebook, my Facebook.
Right.
And brokenatlovetheseries.com or youtube.com/brokenatlove to subscribe and apparently rewatch all of season 1 and 2.
Right. Well, I think that we all need to do that, obviously. So.
This is all a ploy, so you guys will have
Right.
to sit and rewatch them.
Right. Well, and I had already watched them like several times just for doing interviews and stuff. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch them again now that I know that there's a 3rd season.
So sorry to punish you in that way.
Yes, I know. It's just, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Well, I'm excited, and I'm sure everyone else is excited too. So, yeah, please keep me up to date, and I know you will because
I
I'll
will.
bug
Hopefully we'll
you.
have some
I'll bug
updates.
you Steph, if you don't anyway. So, just
So it's
keep
happening.
up to the shooting and all that. So yeah.
I will.
Well, Broken at Love season 3 coming soon. I can't wait. So excited, and I'm excited that you're excited about it. So that's the most
Very
important
excited.
thing.
So I hope.
Yeah.
I hope you all will be too then.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited that you're this invested in it and this enthused, because I would hate for you to do a third season and just be doing it just for the fans. So I'm glad that you're doing it for you too.
And the team is super excited because when I told all of them, their responses made me like, yes.
Right.
We're so happy.
That's good. That's good that you have a team that is that excited to be a part of it again. So
they were like, oh, good.
Yeah. Well, I knew that Renee was excited because, you know, I talked to her last year and I knew that she was excited to go forward with it.
I don't feel like I ever told Renee it's never going to happen because I just didn't want to give her, like, that bad news because she loves her character so much. So, So
she plays a fun character. Her character is fun. Seems like it would be fun.
I'm still trying to come up with. I have like some cool ideas for her character. So I'm trying to see how I can work that in the show. But yeah, she has some good lines.
Yeah.
Good advice. Well, interesting advice.
Interesting advice.
Opinionated advice.
Right. Well, according to the last, season, her advice was not necessarily good advice. So yeah, you're. It was it was Aunt Hetty advice, so.
Correct.
Okay, well, I think that's it, unless you have something you would like to add. I can't think of any more questions because I haven't seen the third season yet.
And I will probably tell you everything, so I have to, like, monitor myself so I don't start reading lines to you.
Right, exactly. Well, okay, just keep me updated on it, and we'll keep doing these little chats and stuff along the way, so.
Sounds fun. We're going to do one from set or something.
Thank you so much for giving me that exclusive. You do, I would be excited about it. So. All right. Well, good night, everyone. Good night, Karolina, and thank you so much again for coming on. We'll do it again soon.
Exactly.
Okay. Bye-bye.